Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Another day on the Yamaha Wave Runner 1100 jet ski. Super excited about this video. If you were with us in the last episode, you would have seen we got our crankcases back from Dan's powder coating. So that is the last piece of the puzzle that we required to get the motor back together. Can't wait to see how this thing turns out. So that's what we're going to be taking care of today. So first thing we've got to do, we're going to go and grab the crank, remove the bearings and the flywheel, get the seals off, put new seals on, start putting it back together. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so on the back of the crankshaft where the coupler goes on, you've got two large seals there. Now you want to make sure you've got a double lip seal and a single lip seal. The double lip seal will go on first, onto the crankshaft in front of the bearing. You'll top that up with grease, and you've got a single lip seal goes on top of that. You want to ensure that's correct, otherwise you end up with blowouts. Alright guys, so there you go. As you've seen, we got the crankshaft up, put some soft jaws in the vise, locked it up. With the coupler, you're supposed to have a special tool, which I didn't have. But all I'd done was got a piece of pipe that actually sat really nicely in it, got a bit of heat and just chucked it around the thread and just lent a tiny little bit of weight onto the coupler until it just twitched. And then once it twitched, that was it. We just started winding it off. She came off simple as. No damage done, absolutely fantastic. As for the flywheel side, we had the flywheel puller tightened her up, pulled her off. She did come off a little bit easier than I expected. Didn't even get a spanner onto the puller, and it kind of undone by finger. I don't think that was right. You know, all that being said and done, she's off. So the Woodruff key was still there, everything's still fine. So we just gave her a bit of a clean up where the seals and stuff was sitting. Went ahead and greased up the seals, got them all fitted on there, looking fantastic. I put a bucket down, put the top case on so I could lower the conrods into the bucket to work with it. Then we went ahead and put the gasket Loctite 515 on. Really like that gasket goo. Only hardens where it's compressed. The rest of the stuff will stay soft and wash off, blast off, whatever it needs. So it's really cool stuff. Put some around the seal because that was one of the things on the forums I was reading. They recommend doing that. Just give it that little bit extra seal around the seals. So we went ahead and done that. Then we put the crank back down, and we just had to locate the pins. So all I'd done was just sat there and slid it around, and you could hear it go clunk, clunk as you're locating all the pins. Once all the pins were located nicely, the crank just dropped into place. Everything's sitting nice. Then we done the top case, put it on. Then we put all the bolts in, done a run around at 15 Newton meters. Then a second run at 28 Newton meters. Locked it all down nice and tight. Super sweet. So now we're going to go ahead and grab the engine mounts and the jug, give them a blast, get them all looking nice and tidy because we are keeping them raw alloy, and we can keep moving on. Try and show you this. So on the rings we have a bit of writing just at the top here, RN on both rings. So what that indicates is it's the top side of the ring. You've got like a little bit of a groove here, so that's got to go to the top. So make sure that's right, and your arrow should be facing towards the exhaust side. Very rarely it's facing any other way, and you'll have your two notches going towards the back, towards the inlet. I like to put this rag down here just to try and stop the circuit from going down there if you manage to miss it, and it flicks off, saves it going down the crank, and then you're getting into a whole world of hurt. As you can see, we've gone ahead and we've attached all the inlet side apart from the carby, so that's all ready for the carby to go on. We've got the reed blocks in, we checked the reeds, cleaned the reeds, everything looked good there. We've got our pistons, we've just given them a bit of a clean over, we've put new rings on it, new gudgeon pins. Everything's looking sweet. So we're pretty much ready to go and get the cylinder now. Have a look at it and see whether we want to give it a bit of a hone or not. And chuck it on.
Maybe it was you, something in the room that illuminated me. 'Cause I was in the dark, wrestling the scars, but you took away everything. Maybe this is more than bliss. These moments I just can't resist. 'Cause this is everything I wished, and so much more. You are my light, and everything that I want. Come take this night. It's come alive in the dark. It's come alive in the dark.
As you've seen last night, we got most of the motor together. We got up to the exhaust pipe and I realised now there's supposed to be a seal on the end of this part here. And I've never had one in there before, so I'm going to try and track one down before we put the exhaust together so we can chuck it together correctly. And it should be sweet. So as for now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump onto the carby, see if we can get that thing back together. Let's get into it.
Come alive in the dark. I was burning down, the sky was full of clouds, but you broke through everything. Now all of the doubt, all that brought me down, is a million miles away. Now I'm seeing blue sky, looking here in your eyes. I fade away in your smile as we melt into the twilight. Maybe this is more than bliss. These moments I just can't resist.
Alright guys, so what we've gone and done is we've just gone and stripped the whole top part. So we had the diaphragms out because we had the covers off to get powder coated. So they were already out. We just took the needle seat set up out of this area here. And then we had like a big cover with a gasket and then your jets underneath over here. So we've taken all that out. Now we're going to flip it over, do the same on the other side. Alright guys, so the motor's in the hull. First thing I did when I got the motor in the hull was there's one hose that comes out and it's got a wire piece between it. we wanted to get that one straight under the exhaust manifold there and clip it on, because that is a pain to get to. So we've done that first of all, then we've just grabbed the engine mount bolts, put them in, just screwed them in by hand, a few threads, so it's sitting all there nice and easy. So the next thing we're going to do now is with our coupling at the back, we need to take a straight edge. So I've just got this here because it's a nice size just to get in there and check it out. Then we've just got to get that coupler nice and level so our straight edge can go around all edges and it'll be nice and straight, true to each other, and then we're all good. So let's go and adjust this coupler. So guys, when you tighten down the engine mounts, make sure to double check it, make sure it hasn't moved. In this case we're doing good, but I've had it before where it was slid a bit and you've had to relocate it again, so all good. Let's move on. Alright guys, so there you go, everything's all in there, bolted in, looking good. We've got the electrical box on the front there, everything's just sitting there ready to rock and roll. Looks absolutely fantastic. I've just dummy mocked up the exhaust so we could have a bit of a look and see how cool it looks, and I am so excited about this. Looks absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to actually see it all back together. For the amount of work that's gone in it, you're probably not going to see a great deal of it from the top here when you open it up, but what you are going to see is going to be super cool. But as for now, we are going to call that a wrap for this video. We've got a fair bit achieved. We've got the motor back together. We've got the motor mounted in. Everything's all sorted out, ready to rock and roll. Apart from that exhaust, we've got to still wait for the seal, and we did have another seal that was already should be on its way. We ordered a seal and a stopper. It's called a stopper, which is like a metal plate from America. And somewhere in the order it got mixed up. They ended up sending us 2 stoppers but no seal. So we've got that seal, should be not far away as well. And we did manage to find a place in Australia. I thought I was being pretty smart, find one in Australia for inside this exhaust that we're after. I ordered it, and then a couple of hours later I got a message saying that it's on back order from the States. Be a 4-week wait, so didn't really make a win on that, but it is what it is. At least we've got it on its way, so once we get it done, it's not too bad a job just to pull that exhaust out. We'll be able to put the seals in, get the gaskets in, lock it all up, put it all in, put the boot on, and she'll be all ready to rock and roll. So sweet as. Just want to take a moment to say thank you for your love and support to the channel. We really do appreciate you taking the time to sit down and watch our videos, and we hope you are enjoying them. And if you are enjoying the content, please don't forget to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel, set your notifications for upcoming videos. You can jump on Facebook and Instagram, StayTrue TV, get the inside scoop before YouTube. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.